NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Huskies and the Dreadnoughts, and it's all up next.
Now from the host city of so many Pro Bowls, we're on the island of Oahu in the capital city of Honolulu, Hawaii. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Huskies of Chicago taking on the Dreadnoughts of Honolulu. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And able to get this out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round one. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to hold the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
2nd and 6 at the 29.
Here's Hurts to throw. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Gregory Rousseau. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, his first throw of the playoffs is intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
Holding offense.
So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Hunt will try going up the middle. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. 20, 5, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kareem Hunt, 42 yards. And the Huskies will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's good to make it 7-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. And they come in as the 3 seed in this, very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this ball game. But while they would have loved that top spot and the bye that goes with it, they're still in a pretty good position.
Well, they certainly are, and let's face it, every team knows if they want to get to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to earn it. And even if you get the number 1 seed, you know you have to win 2 games against teams. They're going to be riding high after big playoff wins coming at you.
7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Able to shake him off. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Now hold everything here because this is about the last guy that they would want to see shaken up. Quarterback Jalen Hurts in some discomfort. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd down and 4. Running left, Taylor. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And this is what you wanted to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. It rips off a nice run there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 2nd and 10, here's Huntley. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Huntley to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And down inside the 15 he goes. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Hurts.
Eluding the pressure, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Gregory Rousseau.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Touchdown!
Jonathan Taylor.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Dreadnoughts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was all finished off by the Jonathan Taylor touchdown catch. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete to Dotson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the option right, it's Jones. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Jones' throw here complete into the hands of Ertz.
Complete to number 86, Zach Ertz.
7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. 3rd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Jones. And he is caught. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. Bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. That's complete to Slayton. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made by Slayton. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Now back to throw. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet with all those extra bodies.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And they run the option on second down. Fights through, and now a crease. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't want to put some points on the board.
The Chicago offense set to get started. It's still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Honolulu offense making its return to the field now.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw here, Huntley. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Throwing on 1st and 10, Huntley. Room to maneuver at the 35. And down to the 27-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Now we'll pause for the injured player, and it's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. And it certainly would be a major loss for this offense. Hopefully he's okay. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Huntley. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Here's Huntley. Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy from 10 yards out, and his guys are going to take the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
The Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Back to throw. Jones.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Tyler Huntley going to lead his offense back out. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. Now Huntley.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Huntley looks to throw. Once again, he finds Slayton.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
To throw, Huntley. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Mike Hilton, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Now goes screen here to Hunt. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid game.
And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Zach Ertz has it complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here in the NFC. A 4-5 battle that ought to be a tight one, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. We saw former rushing champ Jonathan Taylor be a big-time factor in that first half. He had 3 catches in that opening part of the game and wound up with a touchdown reception as well.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Off the option, here's Taylor. Dancing away at the 30. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Huntley to throw.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Huntley.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Baker there on the coverage.
Operating from the gun.
Huntley.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Gregory Rousseau getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And here's Ryan Wright now
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And they're going to motion Dotson to the left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Aleem McNeil gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Huntley's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he'll go down the number 4, getting this inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Ooh, the juke. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. And it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds. That would go for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They go play action with Huntley. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Lux with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line.
Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Now Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the option right, it's Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Holding. Offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down at the 23-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. So the completion gets him just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Throwing, Jones. Ertz has it left side. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So a change of possession here on the punt. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. Can't officially call this a win for them yet, but it's looking good to move on to the divisional round. They'll be on the road, of course, as an underdog. But the age-old question, would you rather have the momentum they're going to have or sitting at home with a bye? I'm sure you'd probably rather have the bye.
You remember that conference call we had before the playoffs started? We were talking with some people in the industry and some of the coaches that are out there. And we kind of posed the same question. You know, if you're coming off of a game like this, you know, and you're taking out a team that had that open week, which way do you want to go? And you remember the answer they gave us? I want the better team. Okay, I get it. But I think there's a lot to having that momentum of having played versus coming off of that layoff because maybe you start a little bit slower. We see those upsets happen all the time.
At the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Huntley. His throw incomplete.
Got an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 3rd down, here's Huntley now. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but
but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down. Huntley working from the gun. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
The tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time 1st down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Looking to throw here, Huntley.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he is out of bounds here.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Taylor. Touchdown.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Jones now on third down. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 19 yards.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back to throw again.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
Holding offense.
Quinn Miners, third-round pick in 2021, called for a penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
3rd and 19.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
With that, we'll say aloha from Honolulu.